Thank you very much and welcome to TNT. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you the answer, actually Her Majesty's answers to the Cabbage Patch doll, Lord Alfred Hayes. I understand your likeness is not quite yet into the stores for the Christmas shopping season, but perhaps next year.
Oh, good. I hope they buy me those wardrobes, you know, fur coats and things.
Tony Atlas, an extraordinary athlete of unprecedented skill, along with Paul Orndorff, an individual who perhaps equals the extraordinary assets of Tony Atlas. We have two of the finest athletes in the world today on the show this week.
Both extremely powerful men. And Atlas has the capability of being able to turn his power on when he needs a boost. But with Orndorff, he's power all the way, plus a lot of ability.
We'll also have lots of surprises. The Moulin Rouge will be here, and of course, Madame and Rene Goulet. But right now, it is our pleasure to introduce to you one and the only Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
Hello, how are y'all?
Hello, Tony.
Mr. Man.
Welcome to TNT. Lord Alfred Hayes.
You're
Thank you
looking
very much.
very well,
Well,
Tony.
thank you, sir. I was just messing around today, and I decided when I'm not wrestling, you know, sometimes you find stuff for relaxation, and you know, like my relaxation. Sometimes I get into a lot of artwork. A lot of people don't know that, but I enjoy doing a lot of artwork, and I enjoy
know you
listening.
do. You do it
listening to
exceptionally
music
well, too.
and everything. Yeah, You're looking well.
Well, thank you,
Thank
Tony.
you. Everybody doing
I'm beginning to question. I never questioned any of your physical assets. I'm beginning to question your vision.
No, he's very, very well dressed. I got me a tuxedo the other day, and the guy said he had to take it back. He said he had to enlarge the arms.
I'm
I don't
sure
know what he meant by. But if y'all don't mind, I'd like to show y'all a few of my sketches.
I'd love to see some
I've
of
been
that.
working on some. I understand you got that Paul Orndorff on here today.
Paul Orndorff, yes, indeed.
Yeah, he's a very well built individual. In fact, says he's such a well built. You know, he's into bodybuilding a little bit. I understand.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, so I did a sketch that kind of remind me a little bit of Paul Orndorff here.
Good.
And I want to show y'all.
Ooh, my goodness.
That's
yes.
what can you see that there?
Yes, indeed.
Does that look kind of like Paul Orndorff? You see his legs there?
Yeah,
he's
have a closer look at that.
Did you want to close, Lord? Now, don't you kiss him now. You know the fans call him Paula all the time. They get out there and holler, Paula. But one thing that I noticed about him, they call him Paula, but he's a rough individual.
Yes,
he's
he is.
He's a rough individual. I'm looking forward to getting him in that ring one day.
Wow.
You know, I talk nice all the time.
Good
I try
luck.
to treat everybody nice. And I was working on this one here I wanted to show y'all. I did this one here the other night. I got more stuff in here you can shake a stick at. Oh, it's a nice day today, huh?
Oh, my
Beautiful
goodness.
day. All on this
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm working on that there. Then I
that
did
is
one
nice.
right here of
All right, sure.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah,
Right.
did Conan.
Boy, isn't that great?
Yeah, and I
That
got
is good. That is
His arms are almost as big as yours, Tony.
I believe so. But I wonder if he could wrestle like I can.
No, we know the answer to
Then
that.
I saw this where they got a new show coming out. This one I did in color here. This one of Supergirl.
That is nice.
And I got some facial sketches. I'm working on this. I was traveling around, because you know when you travel around, you're a professional wrestler, you meet a lot of people. And one of the people I met was Mr. T. I gave him a sketch of me, and he told me to work on one of his. It's not completed, but I just got the
right.
facial,
You sure do.
facial thing of him there.
That is definitely Mr. T.
Completed, and I got to do the gold here and everything. You see, Paul Orndorff, they get out here to call me dumb, say I ain't got no talent and all this and that stuff. Well, I tell you, I like to see Paul Orndorff show me some of his talent, see if he could draw some pictures, or see if he know anything about bodybuilding. I know he know a great deal about wrestling. He know a
Yes,
lot
he
about
does.
shooting off his mouth and everything. He's a big gentleman, but I like to get on this one I did.
Tony,
of
that's
a
amazing.
Beautiful,
Really is.
beautiful lady. Yeah, well, thank you, Mr. McMahon. You know, it's always good to come back to this area and to see all my friends and everything. And sometimes when you travel around the country, you don't get time to do much, you know, other activity, because my main thing is professional wrestling. I love wrestling.
Right.
It's my livelihood and everything, and lifting weights. I got into the bodybuilding for a little while, but
Tony, let's take a look at one of the things that you do best.
Yes, sir.
You know, let's take a look at Mr. USA, Tony Atlas, in the squared circle, getting down as perhaps no one else can in pro wrestling. Let's go to the videotape.
This contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing first to my right, from Comac, New York, weighing 236 pounds, Gino Garaballo. His opponent from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing 250 pounds, Mr. USA, Tony Atlas.
There are few individuals in the world put together quite like Tony Atlas, Mr. USA. Atlas, an extraordinary athlete, now about ready to lock up with Gino Garaballo. And I would think that this young man from Long Island would not want to match strength with the likes of Tony Atlas, Bruno.
I would hope that he wouldn't dare, because in Tony Atlas we have a truly, truly powerful man. Look at those arms. They must be, I believe, 22 and a half inches. And, you know, a lot of people may have, not a lot of people, but some people have 22-inch arm, but it's sheer bulk. This is strictly solid muscle.
Yes, indeed, and not only is it, you can see the muscularity and the definition, but that's just one thing. I mean, being strong and having that kind of size is one thing. Knowing how to use it is quite something else.
Absolutely, you have to know how to use it. And, you know, Atlas is not only, you know, he didn't develop that body just doing a lot of concentration moves and different exercise. He got that body by doing extremely heavy lifting. And so he's exceptionally strong. He knows how to use his strength, and he shows it right in that ring.
Atlas right up there. Flying head scissor.
Up there, Vince, he shows you the agility. He's got a lot of muscle, but he's got a lot of good wrestling moves with it, speed. He's got it all. Now, that was a beautiful flying head scissor, and he did it with such ease.
Well, again, I think that's certainly a testimony to the modern day training techniques used by Atlas, that he builds in not only the strength and whatever, but he builds in the agility and the flexibility.
Which is the proper thing to do. And again, like as you say, today, with, you know, in these modern days, where the athletes just know more diets, training, everything, and that's why they're better than ever.
Atlas thus far. Oh my, to the flying head scissor. Down goes Gino Garaballo.
Got him with a beautiful monkey flip, and right up here with another flying head scissor. He executed so well and brought him down, and here now with a head scissor hanging onto it.
Waiting in the wings later on, as we brought out earlier, the tag team combination of the Tonga Kid and Superfly Jimmy Snuka. You can bet that Roddy Piper, after Piper's Pit, will be hanging around taking a look at that match.
I got a feeling he'll be looking at it, Vince, but from a distance. I don't think he'll get too close to that ring.
Oh, I agree with you there. I don't think he'll be around. Atlas now with his opponent. You talk about strength. He doesn't want to go up, but he goes up anyhow. Down to the canvas. Atlas now. Whoa! Ah, goodness, forget about it. And look at that smile. He was all business in the ring just moments ago. Now that it's over, big smile on the face of Tony Atlas.
Here is your winner, Tony Atlas.
Tony Atlas, victorious.
Yes, indeed, a smiling Tony Atlas. That was sensational. And sensational, as we talked about during the match there, your physique. I know you've done won a number of awards, of course, hence the name Mr. USA Tony Atlas. We have so many requests, Tony, for people that want to see you in posing a little bit or displaying some of your talents. Would you do that for us?
I sure will. So is that Paul Orndorff going to be watching it?
Paul Orndorff is in the audience. Paul Orndorff is watching right now.
Well, good. Well, let me go and find me something to slip into, because I want to show him exactly what a physique look like, because I don't like him too much. I don't know, he think too much of himself all the time. I know he's well built and big individual and all this and that. He's one of the greatest wrestlers ever come to this area. But regardless of where you come from or how rich he is, sometimes you gotta show people respect, and he ain't quite learned. I don't mean to insult the gentleman or nothing. I just want to show him something.
Well, we look forward to that. We'll be back with Mr. USA Tony Atlas in perhaps a little demonstration of his extraordinary physique. No doubt Paul Orndorff, as well as all of us, will look forward to this. We'll be back with more TNT. We're back with more TNT, and in a moment, Tony Atlas, who has performed a quick change for us, is about ready to finally give us a demonstration that so many of our viewers have looked forward to for some time. His physique is nothing short of extraordinary, sort of reminiscent, perhaps, Alfred, of yesteryear when you... Did you ever do any posing, Alfred? When...
No, I'm afraid my body was nowhere near the same as Tony Atlas. Let us face it, that is practically a unique physique in the whole of the world.
Then again, your physique, as of late especially, has been termed unique.
Yes, that's true, for other reasons, though.
Well, moments from now, ladies and gentlemen, let's crank up the music because we're going to take you to Mr. USA Tony Atlas in an impromptu performance. Let's go now to Tony Atlas. Absolutely sensational. Only one boo out of the whole bunch here, and you know where that came from.
That Paul Orndorff.
There's no doubt about that, but that is sensational. Tremendous credentials here.
Thank you.
And what we'd like to put you on the spot again, if we may. We brought along a little easel, and if you could give us a little more demonstrations you've just done now with the live one here, but if you could give us a little special drawing just for our viewers on TNT, could you do that for us?
Yes, sir. I'd be more than glad to. I got a special subject there, man, that I want to just put down on paper, just to show the people how I see them.
All right, that sounds great. We thank you very much, and we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, with more of Tony Atlas and more TNT, and a special segment with Tony Atlas. Subject matter, great concern, perhaps, to Tony Atlas. In a moment, ladies and gentlemen, our guest, many would say his physique almost or perhaps as impressive as that of our earlier guest, Mr. USA Tony Atlas. This gentleman refers to himself as Mr. Wonderful. To join us now, Paul Orndorff. Mr. Orndorff, welcome to TNT.
I only shakes class hands. Alfred, is it true? Is it true you guys are going with Margaret Thatcher's husband? Is it true or not?
Please.
I overheard Tony Atlas say you was looking well.
Be original.
You don't look too good to me. Hey, where's that girl out here to take this rub off? Where's she's at? Bring her here right now. You don't have to kiss the ground I'll walk on right now. You can do that later, honey. Go ahead and take this thing off, would you please? Thank you.
If you don't mind, we will be seated as Mr. Orndorff is being attended to. Beautiful robe, I must say, Mr. Orndorff.
Specially made for Mr. Orndorff by Olivia. Everything that I have made is special made. Everything. Even this suit. That's one that I can say for you two.
I would
isn't
think.
it?
It's not quite an English suit, but it's rather nice.
Thank God it's not from England.
I'm sure they dusted before the show began this week.
Well, I like to make sure. I'm not like everybody else.
We've had this, of course, our first live appearance with you, Mr. Orndorff. We've had you on the show by way of videotape in the past.
Cost you a lot of money too, didn't it?
As a matter of fact,
Cost
yes.
you a ton of money, huh?
Well,
But you got what you wanted.
Someone of your talents, obviously, doesn't come cheap. But nonetheless, some of the segments that we saw with your training techniques and whatever, and I must say that, I mean, your arrogance, I don't think there's anyone that's ever been in professional wrestling that exudes such arrogance. Does that bother you?
Well, thank you very much, because it's never
I
been
don't think-
a person like Mr. Wonderful. I'm original. Everything about Mr. Wonderful is for real. I mean, I was voted the best looking man in '84 by all 3 magazines. I had best dressed man in '84 by all the magazines. So there, I am the best wrestler in the WWF in the world today. I've wrestled all over the world. Tennessee, Georgia, you name it. Kentucky, I've been everywhere. And right now, I'm the kingpin of the WWF. People don't like to hear the truth because I'm good looking, because I don't like to hang around negative people, and I'm talking about fat people, people that don't eat enough. I don't like those kind of people. I don't like them people. I stay away from them.
Well, surely you were impressed, as we all were earlier on, with Mr. Atlas's display of...
Who?
Mr. Atlas.
You mean that souped-up spider monkey?
Well, he has earned the title of Mr. USA.
Do you know who Willie B is? Willie B is this great big gorilla at the Atlanta Zoo. And I've actually seen Willie B put out better drawings than I've seen Tony Atlas draw. No doubt about it, Willie B is a much better drawer. He's a lot smarter. And let me tell you something, he's a lot better looking too.
All right, well, in a moment, we're going to take you to some videotape footage of yourself wrestling, one of the things that you do best.
I'm the best at it, and you know it. You know it. Alfredo over here knows it, and everybody in the WWF knows it, that I'm the greatest wrestler, bar none, in the WWF today. You check my win-loss record, and you see that I have not one blemish. And you tell me this, how come I do not get title shots? Why aren't I getting title shots from Hulk Hogan or Greg Valentine? I don't care about Greg, so what? We're on the same side. I'd love to have a title match with him. Hulk Hogan, I can't seem to find the man anywhere.
Perhaps that has some credibility. Let's take you now, by way of videotape, to Mr. Wonderful.
Scheduled for 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. In the ring at this time from Charlotte, North Carolina, weighing 236 pounds, quick draw, Rick McGraw. And his opponent, making his way towards the ring from Tampa, Florida, weighing 252 pounds, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
I might add a self-professed Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff. But make no mistake about it, we're going to see one heck of a matchup here. McGraw and Orndorff, 2 superlative athletes. And it could very well be that McGraw has the upper hand if, in fact, the fans get on the case of Orndorff. He does not like to be referred to as Paula.
That's true, but on the other hand, that might just aggravate and make him even more vicious than he already is. Although in McGraw, we have a tough competitor, and as you said earlier, this is going to be a great bout.
Uh-oh, they're starting on him. They're starting on him. Paul Orndorff does not like what he hears at all. The lights dim. Indeed, we are ready for some competition here. And Orndorff giving instructions to the attendant as to just how to carry the robe. Dismissing him now, and Orndorff about ready to lock up with quick draw Rick McGraw. McGraw very patiently awaiting Mr. Orndorff to come out to the middle of the ring. Look at this. Oh. Strut fist developing here. McGraw hammering away. Orndorff breaks the face. Orndorff with an uppercut. Orndorff with McGraw face first to the buckle. And whips him again, this time to the near side, back out and over the back. What a back body drop that was. trying a small package and can't quite do it. Orndorff, on his sheer strength, brought McGraw all the way up to the top. You see that, Bruno?
Indeed, I did, and that was sheer strength because he did bring him up when McGraw had actually one of the legs hooked up, but he outpowered him that time, Orndorff did, no question.
Orndorff pulling back on the chin as hard as he possibly can, and the fans chanting Paula. McGraw able to make a move moments ago, now back to his feet. And McGraw strikes the midsection. And again with the elbow. And a third time. McGraw rakes the face. McGraw asserting himself on Paul. Drop kick by McGraw. Sunset, will he get him down? One, we get two, we get. Whoa, my. McGraw, flying head scissor. No, look at that. That's just how clever Paul Orndorff is. Moments ago, almost pinned. And a sunset flipping from there. The flying head scissor turned him to a rope across the throat. Neck breaker. Moments ago was applied by Mr. Wonderful. Orndorff likes very much to dish out punishment to the neck. And here comes more. The pile driver down to the canvas. McGraw, at one time in his career, suffered a broken neck. This is not going to assist him at all. Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, strutting about the ring. As we've stated before, arrogance personified.
Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and the use of the pile driver is something, Mr. Orndorff, that no one in professional wrestling has perfected quite like you have, and it is also regarded as the, or one of the, most dangerous moves in professional wrestling because of the damage that it obviously has done on any number of wrestlers. And I wonder why you have chosen the pile driver as a hold that you like to use as often as you do.
Well, it doesn't take a mathematical mathematician to figure that out. Why? Because it hurts people. And I can do it better than anybody else in professional wrestling today, better than anybody, because of my background. I played professional football. I was a state champion in shot put discus. I was an All-American. I played everything. I did it all.
No one is doubting your physical credentials.
That's
no one
it.
ever does doubt your...
That's what makes a pile driver so devastating, because I can do everything. Everything. I am the perfect, most wonderfulest wrestler in wrestling today.
Right, we'll be back. TNT and back with Mr. Wonderful, yet Paul Orndorff. Mr. Orndorff, certainly one of the most recognizable sports figures in the world today, besieged by autograph seekers and well-wishers and what have you. There are a number of well-wishers on the behalf of Mr. Orndorff, but I have personally seen the treatment that you give some of the people who admire your talents, and I must say it is despicable.
Well, thank you very much. That's exactly what I want it to be. I don't need to sign autographs. I don't need to go out there and kiss and hug the little babies to get them on my side. You know something I learned a long time ago, and my mama told me this. She said, son, if you want to do something, do it at anybody's expense. And that's exactly what I do. I don't need people to win matches, because I can win matches on my own. I'm my own man. I have my own custom-designed suits. I have my own custom-designed cars. I have my own stylist. I got everything. I got it all. I don't need people. I don't need you. I don't need you. I don't need the people out there. I got myself.
Mr. Orndorff, I would think that would be a very lonely existence.
Hey, I'm never alone, Vinny, baby. I'm never alone.
Well, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I'm never alone, Vinny.
But nonetheless, what other talents do you have? We've seen Tony Atlas in many of his talents. We saw, of course, his extraordinary physique earlier on. We saw some of the
What's so
etchings.
extraordinary about it? It's so-so.
What other talents does Mr. Wonderful have?
I have a lot of talents. I have a lot of talents.
Other than wrestling?
Other than wrestling. Yeah, I got a lot of talents. I go fishing. I have a yacht. I go sailing. I have my own private, golf course that Jack Nicklaus actually designed for me. Yeah,
But I mean, that's not really talent, though, is it, Mr. Rondorf? I mean, what things can you do? What do you work with your hands? I mean, what sort of other talents do you have? I mean, owning things is not necessarily a talent in and of itself. Well, perhaps it is, but in a different way. I mean, do you have any artistic skills? Can you sing?
Sure, I can draw.
Oh, you can draw?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if Willie B can draw, I'm sure I can draw. That's no problem.
Willie B.
Willie B, the gorilla at the Atlanta Zoo. I told you who Willie B is. Looks just like Tony Atlas.
Well, Mr. Atlas has been busy.
His drawing doesn't impress me at all. His body's so-so. Hey, look at the hours that man puts in the gym. I never have to go to a gym.
You what?
I never have to touch a weight.
This is natural.
Hey, I was born this good looking. I was born with this body. Come on, Vinny, give me a break, baby. Come on, huh?
Well, if we can, let's take a look at what Mr. Atlas has been working on.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. I'd like to see it.
That looks
Can't
very,
see
very
much
good.
of it.
If we could get a little closer look at that.
Looks like somebody with blonde hair.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to get
probably his girlfriend.
If I could get a real close
She
look
walks
at that.
on 4 legs.
If I could take a look. Tony, you have really been busy. What is this, actually? Someone with blonde hair.
Well, I was sitting here looking at Mrs. Orndorff, and I decided to do her portrait, say she was so beautiful and so attractive and so appealing, and she don't need nothing. So I asked myself, what can you give a person that got everything? So I decided to give him his self-portrait so he could sit down and look at himself. Although Mr. Orndorff don't dress
Mr.
this
Orndorff,
fine.
would you take a look at this? And there seems to be, this seems like, what is this word written here? If I may.
Paula.
Paula?
Paula. So I had to say it a couple of times so he could hear because, over top of all that modesty of Mr. Orndorff,
Hey. Are you coming up here and trying to make fun of me? Embarrassing me in front of all these people out there?
No, but that is a nice, you got to admit that takes
Obviously,
talent.
you don't know how to spell. And that face, that doesn't even come close to me. That looks more like Boy George in a purse. I don't wear no purse. I don't have no dress on. Where you make it?
Oh, wait a minute.
Huh? You think it's funny? You want to come out here and make fun of me, embarrassing me in front of my people?
That is not his intention.
That's not, yes, it was his intentions. And that's why you got me out here. And that's why you bought this big gorilla out here to do that. You think it's real funny? The people out there hollering Paula, posters everywhere I go, them little rugrats hollering Paula, Paula. Everywhere I go, it's Paula. I'm sick and tired of it.
Well, we apologize. This was not intended to
Well, I
provoke
don't
you in
want your apologies. You know what? You can take your apologies, and you know what you can do with it.
Clearly.
Well, Mr. McMahon, and that's gratitude for you. You invite the gentleman down to the show.
I'm not a gentleman.
And then
I'm not a gentleman.
I stand out here, I do his portrait, and what appreciation did I get for my hard-earned time trying to draw that ugly scanner, and then he come and knock the thing in the floor. Now, that's absolutely gratitude. You can please some of the people some of the time, but a lot of the people you can never please. Mr. Orndorff, sir, now, you let me tell you something right now. You don't never forget this. If you ever in your entire life come out here and talk about somebody trying to insult you, make fun of, we wasn't trying to make fun of you. We were just showing you how you really is.
Huh?
Yeah, we show you how you want to be pretty? You want to be pretty? We make you pretty.
I'll make a little
but
challenge.
I'm a wrestler. Ain't nothing pretty about me. And you keep on talking about I look like that gorilla.
I'd like to make
you
a
ever
little
see
challenge.
that gorilla get...
Please, don't let him get to you, please.
Hey, I'll make a little challenge. You know, you're pretty proud of that.
You're going to draw? You're going to challenge?
Proud, huh? Draw.
Yes.
Hey,
we saw some of the drawing. Are you going to draw?
I can draw the Mona Lisa a lot better than an original copy. I ain't worried about that. Sissy's draw.
What kind of challenge are you talking about?
Hey, how about a little pose down here, big boy? Huh? Let's check it. Let's see what you got, huh? I saw what you had.
You want to compare
I think, yes, I
your
wanna
physique
compare.
with Tony Atlas's physique?
It's better than his. My physique is more formed. It's got more continuity to it. It's more symmetrically. Check the leg. Hey, I don't mind. I'll do it. I'd be more
What
than
about
happy.
that, Tony?
And I don't even go to a gym, Vinny, baby.
All right. What
I
about
don't even
that?
have to work
Would
out.
you do that?
Well, I will, but I tell you one thing, don't Mr.
Maybe like
McMahon.
to put a little cash.
I tell you what, no. I tell you, I pose against you. And you ain't got to put no money up. I want a match.
All right, but nonetheless, you will accept the challenge of the pose. We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, and we apologize to Mr. Wondorf for the fact he felt that this was some sort of provocation. We'll be back with more TNT. Stay with us. Yes, quite a different setting altogether. Later on, we will have Tony Atlas in a special pose down with Paul Orndorff. But right now, we're in Cafe Rene. Indeed, we have been joined by the Goulets. Pierrette, to my right, welcome to TNT.
Thank you very much. Nice seeing you again.
Thank you very much. A charming lady, obviously a very attractive lady, and indeed, monsieur, you are a very lucky man to be married to such a charming lady.
Well, thank you very much, Vince. For a change, it's a lot of fun to be here tonight. It's really relaxing for me to be at Café Rene, you know, out of wrestling every night. This is a change. That's really relaxing, especially enjoying my wife's company. You know, we don't have time to see us each other, you know, too many times, but tonight we're having a good time.
A special night.
That's right. We have good wine, and that's the way the Frenchmen do it, and à votre santé.
All right, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to the maître de cérémonie.
Thank you and welcome to the Club de Rene. We are here this evening with some very fine and famous folks. I hope you enjoy our evening of entertainment, which will involve music, dance, and some magic. So watch very closely. Don't take your eyes off my hands. Thank you so much. My name is David Arthur. I am the magician and MC for you this evening. And without further ado, I'd like to bring out our first entertainment. These are the Lindiettes, Club de Rene dancers, and here they come. Bring them out with a big round of applause, please. Thank you. Very, very good, very good, yes. Let's hear it for the Club de Rene dancers, the Lindiettes. Delightful. Thank you, ladies. Now comes the point of the evening, which is my favorite. This is the time at which we will present a little bit of magic for you, and I hope you enjoy. Watch. Watch very carefully. Don't take your eyes off of the hanky. Watch. Here we go. Nothing up the sleeve. Watch. 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 See, it's a watch. A wave of the hand, and the handkerchief vanishes in the twinkling of an eye. A little bit more magic to bring the handkerchief back, and pay very close attention, because someone here this evening will learn how to do that very trick. Snap of the fingers, and once again, the hanky returns. Thank you very much. I do present a very fine show, I think, and I hope you will enjoy it too. You will tell when the show is over by the production of a very large and beautiful bouquet of flowers. I placed them in the vase, which is right here. Someone has seemed to put water in here. I'm going to have to get rid of the water. The flowers are not real. They're only magic flowers. So let me just dump the water right out here. Get rid of it because I don't. The staff here is, good heavens. What in the world is that doing there? Oh. Well, we'll dump that right over there. This goes down over here. And of course, don't forget, before the end of the show, a very large and beautiful bouquet of flowers. They're not real, though. They're only magic. We'll pour the water out right over there. Well, I believe at this time I would like to engage the assistance of a lovely young lady from the audience, possibly. How about you? Would you mind stepping onto the stage? Give her a hand as she steps this way. Right this way. There we go. Oh, it's very nice to see you. Stand right around on this side of the bucket and don't fall in. Face front. Oh, you're very lovely.
Thank you.
It's nice to meet you. And your name?
Meeting you, Pierrette.
Pierrette?
Goulet.
Oh, Pierrette Goulet. Oh, my goodness, we are in the presence of famous people this evening. My goodness, it's very nice to see you. I'd like to demonstrate that little handkerchief trick and demonstrate the ease with which it can be performed. Would you like to join me in that?
Sure.
Oh, very good. Well, you're not a magician, are you?
No.
Good. Well, that makes it very easy for me. I've brought along a few props which you may be able to use. This is one of them. This is known as the magic handkerchief bag. It will make your job very easy. The bag is red on the outside and black on the inside. Yes, and if I turn it inside out, you'll notice it is quite empty on the inside, empty on the outside. If you'll hold that in your right hand for everyone to see. We also have, let's see, a very small hanky, and you do recall the vanishing hanky trick a moment ago. Don't you? You do good. Hold that out just like that. We also have two other scarves which we will use for this effect. These are very colorful scarves which I'm going to tie together. What is your name again?
Pierrette.
Pierrette. I just wanted to see if you remembered. We tie the two ends together like this with a very tight knot, Pierrette.
Yeah.
I'm going to place these two scarves in full view so that everyone can see them. It's okay. I'm a doctor. Very good. Now, we have here the magician's symbol of power. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, it is not the size of the wand that counts, but the magic in it. Now, if you'll hold this in your left hand, Pierrette, hold the wand in your right, and what I'd like you to do, please, is now push the handkerchief into the bag. The other end, please. You do very good work. That's fine. What will happen is this. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to have you all say the magic words with me tonight. They are, hope to heck it works. When you say those words together, this little white hanky will disappear from the bag. Push it down inside, Pierrette. It will fly through the air and become firmly attached between the two scarves that are resting where you see them. Don't forget, there is the handkerchief. There is Pierrette pushing it on the inside. You're the audience, I'm the magician. On the count of three, the magic words are hope to heck it works. When you say those words, Pierrette will wave the wand over the bag. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, you are ready, good. What, not yet, not yet. We're gonna wave the wand, just that's all. On the count of three all together, hope to heck it works. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hope to heck it works!
You do know.
I'll take that. This is a lethal weapon. Reach inside, Pierrette. Tell me what you find.
Nothing. It's empty.
Absolutely nothing. The bag is empty. Very good. Yes. Well, now for the real magic. You see the handkerchief did disappear, fly through the air, and became firmly attached and tied between the two scarves. Did you feel anything, Pro?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
No.
You must not be feeling well this evening.
Perhaps.
I tell you, look up at the ceiling. I don't want to snap your nose with a knot. Here comes the white hanky. Right out of right before you. My goodness. Oh, she says it's not her color.
No, it's a little bit too small.
Too small. Oh, well. Oh, well. You know, I thank you for helping me with that little bit of foolishness. Don't go away. I'm not done yet. I have inside of my table a little gift for you for helping. Would you like to accept that?
Yeah,
Oh, you
I'll
would.
take
Very
a
fine.
chance.
There's a lot of them in here now. If you'll just take one, any one you like, just one. Is that your favorite color? Well, that's fine. That's fine. We're just going to stretch this a little bit before we inflate it. It's very important that you. I'm sorry. Nobody trusts me after a trick like that, but it's all right. It's going to be okay. It's okay. Watch. Here we go. We give a few twists here, just like this. A squeeze and a twist down here. A squeeze over here and a twist down here like that. Another squeeze there. If you would do me one last favor, and that is just go like that. Oh. Look at that. A French poodle here at the Club de Rene. And of course, it's in Rene's color, her favorite color. And look at that, he's wagging his tail. Do you know why? Because he gets to go home with you. Say thank you. You're most welcome, and thank you. Oh, the very best assistant I've had up here tonight. I would at this time like to mention that before the end of my program, I always have a big, beautiful bouquet of flowers, but they're not real. They're only magic flowers. I'll pour the water out right in here. We would at this time like to, and I do like to get as many people up from our audience as possible. I would at this time like to engage the services of the gentleman, let's see, right there in the red bow tie. You, sir, would you like to come to the stage and assist?
Alfred.
Oh, yes, please do, please do. Oh, why don't you give him a hand? It'll encourage him to come up here. Golly, take your time and hurry up, sir. Right this way. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. There we go. I tell you, just turn around for a face front. Oh, you're looking very dapper this evening, sir.
I can't say the same for you.
Oh, well, this is the way it's going to be. May I see your hands, sir?
Certainly.
Are these hands clean?
No, not usually.
Well, it's not that I don't trust you. I just want to be sure that they are good and clean, so I brought along a towel for you to wipe those hands off on. I always consider my assistants as the main portion of the show. Just wipe your hands off very good on that towel. Get them good and clean. It's extremely important to have good, clean hands when you're doing magic in front of them.
They weren't too clean.
No. Well, that's all right. I tell you, let me move this over this way just a wee bit. And if you'll turn slightly to the left, that's good. And back up a little bit. Don't fall into the bucket. We have here, for the viewing audience, 2 glasses of just water. That's all it is, water.
Yes.
We're going to have a little test of your ability to follow directions, if we could do that.
No, that's not a test, believe me.
Not a test. Well, that's all right.
I have great difficulty following.
Very difficult. Well, all you have to do, and it's so simple, is just do exactly what I do. If you follow my lead and do exactly what I do when we begin. You have a glass of water. I have a glass of water. We have a napkin for you and a napkin for me.
Thank you.
Most welcome. Watch very carefully. You'll be amazed when you see what does occur here. All you need to do is follow my directions beginning now. That's good. Oh, very good. I tell you what, Maestro, could we have a little bit of music, please?
Why not?
Yeah.
Sounds like a good idea. There we go.
Oh, that's good.
Are you going to take me?
Who would want you?
Hey, that's not heckling out there. No, it's not. You're right. Can't drink this. It's. Is this diluted?
Oh, keep following the directions, man.
Oh, sorry.
Failed.
I don't know about that. I've been caught before, you know. W.C. Field said something about water. Oh, no, that's enough. The water, please. Good idea. Thank you.
Almost.
Practically, huh? No.
Well, I guess that's enough music, but it's not enough for you. Now, wait, don't go away. Give him a hand, would you please?
What about one of those kicks? Thank you.
I believe he wants one of those gifts too. So I tell you what, just reach in and take out any two this time. Any two you like.
1, 2.
There's one, there's the other. And if you would be so kind as to blow one of them up, I'll blow up the other.
Oh, certainly.
That's fine. Don't forget to stretch the balloon before you inflate it. Always stretch the balloon before you inflate it. Extremely important to stretch the balloon. Very good.
Not the only way to stretch
This is a nasty balloon.
Just blow that right up. Take your time. Just blow it right up. That's fine. I'm sorry. You have to blow in the end where the hole is. Just blow it right up. That's fine. You'll get it any second now. As soon as you get it, you let me know. That's very good. You know, I used to have a fellow that came along and blew these balloons up for me, but he developed brain damage, and I had to let him go.
You're right about that.
All right, very good. I'll do it for you. It's not very easy. Step a little closer. A little closer, right over the trap door. That's fine. Very good. Ooh. That's all right. You don't have a cold, do you?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
Leprosy as well.
Oh, well, don't touch me.
Very good.
Thank you so much.
You have such a powerful blow.
Okay, well, we're just going to strip this thing through here. Now watch carefully. Watch carefully. Are you watching? Mm-hmm. Okay, now watch. Watch. See, it's still a watch. I'm going to know when to stop. We'll just give it a twist over here, and there you have it. A rocking horse.
Hey,
Isn't that wonderful?
Very
Look at
good,
that.
eh?
Thank you. This is also one of the finer winter fashions, and that is for you. Say
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you very
You're
much.
most welcome, and thank you very much for coming, sir. Right there. And away he goes. Another round of applause for that fine assistant. And of course, by the way, before the end of our performance, we will have a big, beautiful bouquet of flowers, but they're not real, they're only magic. We'll pour the water out. Right over there. I believe at this time, it is about time to present the big, beautiful bouquet of flowers. Maestro, a little music, please. Watch carefully. The magic words printed for you 3 times in case you forgot. It says, hope to heck it works. And this side, just as empty, watch. Not bad. A little bit of clapping would be very good tonight, but that's fine. Ooh! Oh, come on, everybody! Ooh! That's not bad. That's not bad. Could be better. We'll try it this time. This time, All right, this time let's try a different one. How about yikes this time? Okay, very good. All right, this time how about oh boy? Oh boy! Oh boy, we're having fun now. All right, this time how about woo? Woo! Amazing. What else will there be? I have no idea. Good heavens.
Hey!
Watch.
Oh! Hey!
Yes, this is Petey. Say hi, Petey.
Hi.
Petey, say hi. I believe he's just said it. Petey does a very interesting little trick. Watch very carefully. He's a very well-trained, highly trained animal. Watch him closely as he does his trick. Petey? Petey, sit. Thank you, Mom. Petey. Petey, stay. Not bad, huh? Thank you. There's more. Uh-oh. Nice, Petey. What will we do? What will we do? Petey goes into a very small box. Watch him carefully. In he goes. I know you're thinking he's not really in there, but look, there he is. Say bye-bye, Petey.
Bye-bye, Petey.
Down goes your head, little guy. I think it worked. I believe it's done. He's gone.
Very good.
Very small rabbit. There he is. Watch him closely, and right over here in this little red box, you'll see inside there is absolutely nothing. The rabbit goes into the box and vanishes in the twinkling of an eye. go away, don't go away. We try one more time for the big, beautiful bouquet of flowers, which of course are not real, they're only magic. Watch closely. The magic words, would you join me together? The magic words are hope to heck it works. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Hope to heck it works.
And, oh my goodness. But of course, I did promise a big, beautiful bouquet of flowers, and we don't have those yet. The show is not over until we have the big, beautiful bouquet of flowers. On the count of 3, one more time all together. Hope to heck it works. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Hope to heck it works.
And there you have it, the big, beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Beautiful.
Very, very much.
We'll have more from the Cafe Rene when TNT returns in a little Monsieur Goulet in wrestling action. Stay with us. Back once again at Cafe Rene, and moments from now we'll take you to a special matchup with Rene Goulet. But right now, Pierrette is very, very busy, and she is going to prepare for us apparently some sort of delicacy, and we'll have that when we return. But right now, let's take you and Rene Goulet, our special guest, to what he does best. Let's take you to inside the wrestling ring. We will join the matchup in progress. Rene Goulet in action. Let's go to the tape.
Oh, look at that. He tried for the head scissors again.
He went for the head scissors and caught him right on the forehead with the knee. And Nick DiCarlo came out on the short end of that one. And now Goulet turning it around, Jack.
I think Goulet caught him pretty good.
Oh, he did.
With the knee, as he was trying for the flying leg scissors. Caught DiCarlo on the forehead, just above the left eye. DiCarlo's stunned right now.
And there we see Goulet with the flying mare, drops the elbow in, goes for the pin. Fred Atkins right there, only enough for a 1 count. So Nick DiCarlo got a little more left in him yet.
Is able to break that try for the press by Goulet.
Good shot there, that reverse chin lock. And the glove of Rene Goulet. Fred Atkins making sure there's no choke in there.
Look at the expression. Look at the expression on the face of Nick DiCarlo. He's in pain right now.
Yeah, he certainly is. But he's back to his feet. Good counter by Nick DiCarlo. Comes out of it. And a shoulder block by DiCarlo.
Caught him with the knee again. There's that knee again. There's Rene Goulet. Goulet will resort to any tactic it takes to win his match. Look at that, sticking the fingers in the mouth.
Ripping the mouth. Yes, Fred Atkins warning Goulet about it. And now Goulet comes back and has a top wrist lock on Nick DiCarlo.
Up to this point in the match has been pretty much even, but Goulet has been able to counter at this point with those roughhouse tactics.
Yes.
The match has slowed down considerably, Billy Red.
Yes, it has. That knee to the head of Nick DiCarlo and the other one into the midsection slowed him down somewhat. Look at that move.
Test of strength. Good move by DiCarlo. Monkey flip. Carlo now
catches him with 2 drop kicks. Finally put the Frenchman down, Jack. And now Nick DiCarlo turning it around.
I think DiCarlo is still reeling, though, Billy Red, from that knee that he took.
Yes. Catches Goulet with the abdominal stretch coming off, Jack. He has him in the center of the ring. Notice that hand there. He has a hold of the hair. Fred Atkins right there. If he can hold him long enough. No, can't quite make it. But down goes Nick DiCarlo and Rene Goulet. He falls flat on his face also. So that has taken a little bit out of Rene Goulet too, Jack.
Both men right now are reeling from the effects of this match. This has been a very physical match up to this point. DiCarlo right now really hurt as Goulet stomping away on Nick DiCarlo. Referee Freddie Atkins trying to intervene, trying to give DiCarlo a chance to to catch his second wind somewhat. But DiCarlo is still hurting. I think from that knee that he took, it was a low blow.
Oh, yes. It takes some of the starch out of you, they say. And look at Goulet up on that second rope now, pounding away at the head of Nick DiCarlo.
Look
And
at him
that,
biting.
Jack.
Oh, come on.
Look at that.
Come on, Goulet. There's no cause for that.
Well, there's a perfect example. I said he'll win any way he can. He doesn't care what he has to do as long as he wins.
DiCarlo down right now. Referee Atkins checking with DiCarlo as Goulet is taking control of this match.
Another good shot there, and you can see that Nick DiCarlo, like you said earlier, Jack, he's in pain. Those knees have taken some of the wind out of his sails. However, he manages to fight back to his feet.
That hold seems to be bordering on a choke. Our camera's right on top of the action, and it looked to me that it was below the chin level. All right, DiCarlo fighting back right now. Whip. Oh, there's that knee again.
That's the third knee now, Jack, that he's run into. There's Goulet up onto the second rope.
Look at that, using the glove.
He applies the claw to the forehead of Nick DiCarlo, and Jack, it could be all over right here.
Goulet applying the claw with that white glove. Referee Freddie Atkins on top of the situation. That's it.
That's it. Right there.
So indeed, Rene Goulet chalks up a victory for himself. That, of course, match was from Toronto, Canada. And something smells delicious. Pierrette has really been busy here. And we're going to have, what is this?
Like
This-
crêpe Suzette.
Crepe Suzette.
Yeah.
That's very rich and fattening, but
Very
it's
tasty
very
and good.
delicious. You know,
Well, I think we can see some of the results of Pierrette's cooking.
Hey, what you mean? It's because the small waist. I'm not fat. I'm in
Oh,
shape.
of course, you're definitely in shape. I was
Of course.
referring to the nutritional value
Oh
of
yes, of course. I don't eat that every day, you know, because I'd be weighing about 300 pounds. But once in a while, it's very good, you know. After a good meal, you need to finish up with a dessert, and that's what it is, you know.
All right. Oh, that looks. Now, Alfred, now this you have had, you know, have
For
you not?
one time, this smells delicious, and I have tasted this before.
This
yes.
is not the Samoans' own special fish soup or anything of that nature. You know,
This is a genuine crepe Suzette. Very French.
Yes.
And
well, the pan is going to get hot here in.
For the moment, it's not hot enough.
It's not hot enough.
No.
All right.
There's
Well,
I think they
something
cut
wrong
off
with
the
it.
electricity somewhere.
I think there's something wrong with the stove.
well, we'll fix the stove and we'll have a little tasting here. I'm sure you would look forward to this one for a change. And we'll have that later on when we return. Maybe someone will turn on the electricity. Smell good?
Yeah, it smells delicious.
We'll have that a little bit later on. We'll be back with more TNT. More TNT, and later on we'll be trying some of those, what I would hope to be delicious crepe Suzettes, prepared by Pierrette, wife of Rene Goulet. Moments from now, Alfred Hayes will take us all up to the Meadowlands Brendan Byrne Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey, just outside New York City, for a matchup with one of your favorite wrestling stars, Rocky Johnson.
Oh, Rocky Johnson is in such great condition. In this particular match, you will see him looking the best I think he's ever looked, plus wrestling the best he's ever wrestled. But what a contender Moondog Spot is. He'll have trouble with him.
Moondog Spot and his opponent, Rocky Johnson, should be an outstanding matchup, which we will join in progress, by the way. After which, later on, we'll have with us the spoiler and more of Cafe Rene. But right now, let's take you to the videotape. We'll join this matchup in progress.
Rocky Johnson waiting patiently, looking around. Boy, he's ready. A world traveler, just came back from a very, very successful tour of the Middle East. Nice arm drag, starts it right out, and another. He's saying, come on, let's do it.
Yes. It's amazing, isn't it, Gino? These wrestlers, they travel all over the world. Now, here's Rocky Johnson going to the Middle East, yet there's all sorts of trouble out there.
Oh, absolutely.
But I
wouldn't want to be going over there right now.
Not necessarily. But I think the part he was in Kuwait, they're pretty, at the moment, stable.
Well, they have enough oil over there. I guess they have all they can possibly use, so they're all right. Look at their left hands and a right. That's 280-something pounds of Moondog that just got a negative attitude from Rocky Johnson.
A negative attitude and a positive punch.
Huh. Can't sell these Moondogs short, though. Yeah,
No,
I've seen them in very seldom do they appear in individual competition, mostly as a team. But as a team, they are extremely effective and successful. Remains to be seen how successful they will be in individual competition.
They're both big men. They're both very, very tough and rugged, and I don't think you can hurt them. They seem to be able to just soak up punishment.
Seem to be immune almost.
Yes. Is that no feeling, no sense or something?
Possibly a combination of both. No sense and no feeling. Rocky Johnson, another star in the World Wrestling Federation and a true luminary in the wrestling world. Side headlock now.
Rocky, of course, at one time was the holder of a Tag Team World Championship belt, and he gained a lot of experience from that particular thing.
Yes, he did.
It seemed to mature him more.
Well, everybody needs that kind of experience. Rocky's tongue is hanging out, but it's the tongue on his shoe, fortunately. Still with the side headlock. Moondog finally shoots him in there. Rock off with a big shoulder block. Little dipsy doodle there. Over the top goes the Rock. Comes off, nice forward roll. Drop kick, beauty right in the kisser. Look at this, Rocky Johnson. Is he exciting or is he? Moondog's taking a hike.
Oh, so fast, so rapid. Such execution and such grace. I think it should have been a ballet dancer.
Wow, that was quickness personified. Rocky Johnson just exploded in there. And the Moondog with, I don't know, the right decision as far as I'm concerned. He took the powder.
He knew what was best for him.
Break the momentum, and that's the way to do it. Take a hike. Referee Dick Worley managed to stay out of the way of that onslaught by the Rock, who just walked into a knee right in. That was the wrong thing to do.
You're not going to hurt Rocky that way. You might make him a little angry.
That's the way to do it. Once more into that top turnbuckle. The Rock seems to be having a good time.
He does. He seems to have the measure of Moondog Spot here, and Spot, I'm sure, wishing that Rex was with him to help him out a little bit.
Well, usually when they do appear in individual matches, the other one who is not in the match will second his partner, but Rex obviously not in town.
I don't see him anywhere, put it that way.
Rocky with another shoulder block off the rope. Didn't quite get the full force of that blow, however, it was right underneath the heart.
It was with the heel of the boot as well, if you notice that, which can be very, very damaging. Much more so than the toe of the boot.
Trouble is, we can't feel the pain, we can only see it.
That's absolutely
Unfortunately,
true.
we felt it over the years.
I don't want to feel that again, do you?
No, thank you.
It's rather nice to sit here, isn't it, and watch somebody else take it up?
Absolutely. I don't know about you, but I literally destroyed all my equipment for fear they will say some night, Gorilla, we need you to step in. I don't have any gear. Only thing I kept was the knee pads.
Really?
In case I have to do some work around the house and I have to kneel down to do it. Otherwise, I have nothing. No shoes, no tights, no
You mean
rope.
to say they make you do housework?
Well. Handful of hair takes Rocky back down. Sometimes I run into those honeydew weekends. Honeydew this, honeydew that. You know, I don't have to tell you, Your Lordship. You know what it's like.
But you don't do windows.
No, I don't do.
No.
Side reverse chin lock here by Spotty. Trying to slow down the Rock a little bit. He has the appearance of a collie or a St. Bernardish. He's a little St. Bernardish.
Yes, but that's rather nasty to say that. Those dogs are such nice creatures, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Rock trying to come up here. Not to any success yet. Capacity crowd on hand wants him to do it.
I'm sure The Rock has a plan there to deal with this particular contingent that he's found himself in with Spot.
Rocky's got a terrific height advantage in this match, and that's what he needs to do at this point in time, is get to his feet.
And once he does, he's very fast on those 2 feet.
Referee Dick Worley almost called for the bell there. Holy mackerel.
Really? I didn't see that call. I just missed that.
He went over to the timekeeper and motioned get ready.
Yeah.
Nice knee lift by Spot. Sends a Rock back down to the canvas. Going up now on the inside to the second turnbuckle. Nobody there. Wow, did he come down hard on those knees?
Oh, that hurts my knees.
Wow.
Oh.
Imagine the pounds of pressure at that height. Oh, look at this. He picked the big guy up, couldn't hold him. 2 count. Wow, but he certainly got him off of there.
Could he press him, though? He boosted him 4 feet into the air there.
Rock trying to soften up the midsection, now going upstairs. Another knee lift by Spotty. Going to work now with a hell of a heavy artillery, unloading the side of the head of Rocky Johnson. As the Rock is down, Spot now going to the outside.
They're not very fast, these Moondogs, but they're methodical, they're brutal, and somehow or other they get the job done. And that Spot is really, what could you say, savaging, mauling, really giving Rocky Johnson a really tough time in there.
Whoa, was that close? Went right back to that reverse chin lock. He had success with it before. Excellent camera shots here, but especially on the outside of the ring by our number 3 and 4 cameras. Rock came out of there, but he's still in a lot of trouble as the dog is right on top and Snapmare takes him back down and locked right in again to that reverse chin lock.
I hate to say it, Gino, but they're the hallmarks of a very good wrestler, you know.
Yes, they are.
Get him into trouble, go back to it. Get him into trouble, go back to it.
Have a plan.
Yes. There are your most successful wrestlers who have that plan, that determination.
You must step into the ring with more in mind than just winning.
Yes.
There has to be a method to your madness. And if you don't have some kind of a plan, if you haven't thought about your opponent beforehand, if you haven't given careful consideration to how you're going to attack a specific, how do you attack a Rocky Johnson? How do you overcome his speed, agility, strength? It's tough. Whoa, what a right hand.
Oh.
And another right to the kisser. The big Moondog flying across. Rocky Johnson with a tackle, but nobody there. Haven't seen The Rock do that before.
No, I haven't seen that move. I was rather surprised there, but he's a little bit dazed.
Mooney, Mooney went for an elbow off the second turnbuckle on the inside, and Johnson out of the way at the last moment. That knocked the wind out of him.
Oh, that was like a suicide leap off those ropes. He went 10 feet in the air, completely missed him.
Rock with an uppercut. Definitely in control now as Moondog Spot in trouble. Oh, the head. Could be curtains right here. He didn't get him.
He's a very durable dog. He's a very tough dog.
Rocky in for the ride. Elbow right to the pec. Didn't take him long to recover from that tremendous fall. No. Rock in again. Oh, he's underneath the double hammer. The Rock with a high sunset flip. He's going to get him. Got both legs hooked. Yeah. Moondog complaining about the quick count, but we can go back in time just here a moment and see that it wasn't a quick count. Moondog Spot now throws the Rock into the ropes. And look at this maneuver. Forward roll underneath that double hammer as he comes off the ropes. Look at this height on that beautiful sunset flip. Watch when he comes down how he hooks both shoulders. Referee Dick Worley right there. And a beautiful 3 count. Let's go up to our ring announcer.
The winner of the match, Rocky Johnson.
Very impressive victory for The Rock. He really looks sensational there.
He looks so good. I think he'd be a worthy challenger for the WWF heavyweight title. I'd like to see him trying.
Would be a great match, wouldn't it?
Oh.
And speaking of great matches, well, we certainly will have an individual who's had more than his share of great matches to join us next. His name is The Spoiler, and he lives up to his reputation in every respect. He has spoiled the effort of many an individual hoping to go all the way to the top. So we'll be back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, our next guest, ladies and gentlemen, one of the more talented individuals in professional wrestling today, certainly no stranger to many of you, and the first time we've ever had as a guest someone who wears a mask. So if you would please welcome a gentleman who calls himself The Spoiler. Welcome, Mr. Spoiler, to TNT. Glad to have you here.
Much. Thank you very much.
Lord Alfred Hayes.
Pleasure.
Who certainly has been following your career through the years. Certainly a very stellar career, I might add. Your talents are certainly those that would rank you among the tops in professional wrestling today. An obvious question I'm sure everyone asks you every place you go is, why do you wear the mask?
Well, for several reasons. First of all, it's a psychological advantage in my favor, a disadvantage in my opponent's favor. Mm-hmm. It's an incentive for a lot of professional wrestlers to beat me, try to take off the mask, which creates more controversy, more mystery, and of course, everybody likes a mystery. And the image that I've created over the year goes without saying, mm-hmm. with the reputation.
Well, now let's talk about the reputation. It's
international.
Yes, it is international. There's no doubt of that. But the reputation that you have really is one for someone who certainly bends the rules a great deal, if not out and out breaks them.
Well, as you well know, in any sport, in any business, in any sign, parking sign, you see a no parking sign, people will park.
Yes, but there is a price to pay for that, is there not?
There is a price. The price is if you get caught. So as in the American way of life. You know, you do a lot of illegal things. Illegal, immoral. The thing is not to get caught, to be smart at it. In this business, in any sport, professional wrestling, baseball, basketball, you see illegal maneuvers going on all the time. If the umpire catches it, the camera catches it, the umpire has a different decision. We've seen that recently on many different occasions.
Well, I mean, it seems to me, to sum up your philosophy in the ring, it would simply be one of a cheat, and to see if you can get away with it. I mean, is that what you're saying? I mean, a man of your talents does not have to cheat, Mr. Spoiler. We have seen the way you walk the ropes and your extraordinary balance. You're 270-some-odd pounds. I mean, you've got great agility. Why does someone of your credentials have to cheat? You just enjoy it?
Well, I think that's a cheap word.
Oh, how
what
would you
you're saying?
How would you phrase it then, if it's?
It's winner at any cost. Take no prisoners. Be a winner no matter what it takes. If you get caught, I've got caught many times. I've paid the price, paid the fines, paid the injuries, the misery, everything, and I'm still around. And I expect to be around for a while to come.
Well, I'm sure indeed you will be around for some time to come. Let's take you now to some videotape footage you can see in action. The interpretation of the rules as it relates to the spoiler. Let's go now to the videotape.
In the ring at this time from Lexington, Kentucky, at 225 pounds, Billy Travis. His opponent, from parts unknown, weighing 293 pounds, here is the national heavyweight champion, The Spoiler.
The Spoiler, who lives up to his reputation, and perhaps attempting to spoil the effort of his opponents. Spoiler has been one of the long-time greats in all of pro wrestling. Now locking up with Travis and backs him to the rope. Does a Spoiler? No, ducks his head on the, uh-oh, look at this. Oh, wow. That's lucky to snap the head right off. The spoiler again with the same maneuver. Look at that. The spoiler again, pulling down hard now off the top rope. And the referee had best do something here quickly. Ooh, my. The spoiler now climbing the ropes. You'll see that quite often. Drops the elbow. The spoiler, perhaps more than any other individual in professional wrestling today, uses the ropes to his advantage. And Travis will find that out for sure. Body slam. Spoiler scooping up Travis. Travis behind him now. Shoving the rope. But not took him off the top rope. The spoiler wisely hooking and locking his arms. Referee warning the spoiler. And Travis on the receiving end of a forearm almost from the top rope. Spoiler again, outside now going and using the rope as we saw earlier on, although from the outside area. Spoiler, look at this. Look at this maneuver. Ooh! Snaps him off the top rope, does the spoiler. The spoiler now getting set from the top rope. Look at this. Standing before, high above his opponent, Travis. Travis on his feet, and a spoiler dropping down on the second rope with the momentum carrying right into Travis. Travis up in the air, and Travis must be wondering, ooh, wow. Travis must be wondering what in the world he has signed on for. The spoiler, very, very impressive. Spoiler, from our vantage point up, maybe it's not. No, more to the side, I believe, than the neck. It moments ago appeared as though it was a chokehold, apparently not. Travis lifting a knee. And again, trying to break the hold of the spoiler. Travis off the rope, shoulder block, down goes the spoiler. Steve Travis off again, the spoiler whips it, whoa, my, look at that. Oh, did he ever take a nasty fall? The spoiler on the top rope, he may leap from the top rope down to the concrete floor. The spoiler, like a huge cat on the top rope. Finally, the referee admonishing the spoiler. Look at this. The spoiler again, waiting cat-like. 4, 5, 6. Ooh, here he comes. The spoiler with Steve Travis, and again snaps him off the top rope. Billy Travis having great difficulty. Now the spoiler hauling Travis out. No? What's he doing? Referee asking for the break, and up goes. Look at this. Now the guy pulling right up against the throat. Finally, he pulls him out. And the spoiler is having fun in there. Travis to the outside again. Billy Travis thus far must wonder what he has really signed on for in this extraordinary competitor. The spoiler, something else again. Travis rather gallantly, I might add, although not necessarily wisely, attempting to enter the ring. The spoiler brings him back up. Lifts the knee. Down again to the concrete floor, Billy Travis. That is no way to continue on a wrestling career. Spoiler just way too much for Travis. Spoiler with 2 handfuls of hair brings Billy Travis back into the ring now. What's he doing? Travis with something left. trying to hammer his way out of this, and in the midsection of the spoiler, caught him on the side of the head. Travis trying to set up the spoiler and cannot do it. Winds him up, does Travis. But again, Travis apparently no match for the size of the spoiler, and certainly no match for the agility of the spoiler, that's for certain. Travis trying to take him over, and the spoiler stays right with him. Boy, give credit to this Billy Travis. Uh-oh, a spoiler on the top rope now. Look at that, walking the top rope. And Billy Travis brought him over. Travis brought the spoiler right into the ring. And a forearm. Another one now, and the spoiler off the rope. Drop kick by Billy Travis. But again, oh no, missing by a mile there. And again, Travis whipped to the outside of the concrete.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Travis showing tremendous resiliency. And again, a very gallant effort on the part. Shoulder block nicely done, very nicely executed. Over, does he get, yes, he hooks the hips if they can get him down. No, spoiler, down with a claw hold. The spoiler really clamping down hard with the claw hold on Billy Travis. The spoiler noted, of course, for the devastation of this claw hold. He's really digging it into the temples of Billy Travis. A spoiler who has outclassed Mr. Travis, I would suspect, all the way through this matchup. And that's it. The victory goes to the spoiler.
Well, of course, that was the spoiler in action. And again, I think perhaps that piece of tape exemplifies your interpretation, victorious as you were, nonetheless. But it typifies, I think, perhaps your interpretation of the rules. And I guess really the not so much the rules, but the way to get around the rules and regulations. And I would think that it's not necessarily the example that many in professional wrestling set.
Well, I try to set a standard all around the world. I've wrestled all around the world in most of the free countries and some that weren't behind the Iron Curtain. And I try to set a standard for myself, the spoiler. That is the image that I set. Now, it goes without saying that my reputation is international. Everyone knows about it. And the thing is, I want to get in the ring and I want to win.
Yes, but
that
again,
is the most important thing. The example that I see, the example that I set, maybe you see it from a different perspective. I see it from, I get thousands of letters week after week from little kids to old grandmothers, everybody saying, Spoiler, you're the greatest. You are number one. You are number one in our books. I mean, they don't say that, although I do have a lot of letters saying, probably comes from down the road here in some mental institution. I'm not knocking that, but what I'm saying is, they don't say that I'm a cheat. They don't come out and say that, Spoiler, you cheat to win. They say, you are number one. In order to stay number one, I have to do what I've been doing for many years, and that is, I have to keep winning and winning and winning. Remember, in our democratic society, the reason that we have so much pressure today is everybody wants to be number one. Who wants to be number two? Who wants to be number three? I mean, you go to school, you go to any profession, you go to the top of your class and anything, they say, hey, I was number 6. They say, what? I want to be number 1. That's what I am.
All right. Spoiler, who feels that indeed he is number 1 in professional wrestling. There are those who would concur with that, but there are many who feel that perhaps his tactics are, well, not exactly those that should be exemplary in professional wrestling. Yet to come, the pose down with Tony Atlas and Mr. Wonderful Paul Ward. Crepe Suzettes were absolutely delicious. We thank you very much. They were really, really nice.
You're welcome.
Back in Cafe Rene, and ladies and gentlemen, time now for our special pose down. We have anxiously been awaiting this, and first of all, we would like to bring on Mr. USA, Tony Atlas. you very much. Tony Atlas, as we saw earlier on, and now, ladies and gentlemen, if we may introduce to you the challenger, actually, if we may have now to join us in his special pose-down technique, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
I said you're going to see the winner right here. Man has never posed in his life, and I'm sure going to be so happy. Check it out.
Yes, and indeed, you should be very proud of yourself, Paul Orndorff.
Going to be the winner.
Beg your pardon?
It's very obvious that I was a winner.
Well, if you don't mind, I think the only way to really determine whether or not you were the winner is to bring both of these gentlemen back up on stage and let you, the audience, decide by way of applause exactly who indeed was the winner. Tony, could you join us up here on this side? And a little out of breath, Mr. Wonderful. That's not an easy thing to do.
Well, I had a hard night last night, if you know what I mean.
All right, fine, all right.
Night.
Now, by way of applause,
I'm an all-nighter.
I know. By way of applause, let's hear it for Mr. Wonderful. All right.
Should we go any farther?
And if we may now, ladies and gentlemen, by way of applause, Tony Atlas. Well, Tony, it is perfectly obvious to me that you were victorious in Paul Orndorff. We'd like to thank you very much for the challenge.
It was a quick count, wasn't it?
Tony, do you feel that was a quick count?
Well, you know, it wasn't so much up to you, Mr. McMahon, as Mr. Orndorff. No, the people, you know, they was the judges.
All right, well, let's go say hello to the people then, as far as the techniques and whatever is concerned. Wait a minute! Come on! Hey, come on! Wait a minute! Come on! Wait a minute! Come on, bring it up! Come on! Come on! Get in there! Come on! Come on! Come on, Tony!
What is wrong with him? Crazy Lou? Crazy Lou, look at that. Nincompoop.
Back with more TNT, but as you can see, suffering from that fracas, but we seem to have this fairly well under control right now. A confrontation there that caused a lot of, you could say, heat and temper. Here you are.
Incredible. I think they definitely named this show right when they called it TNT. And an explosive element there with Tony Atlas and Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, a very, very jealous individual, I think, as a result of the applause. Nonetheless, we invite you to join us, as always, for the next edition of TNT. You're sopped. My goodness.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.